We're very fortunate today to have with us the owner, the man who placed this advertising with Mr. Dreher in the current book on the streets. If I could, I'd like to introduce and ask you all to please welcome Mr. Mike Kayne with A-1 All City Appliance.
Well, folks, I had a speech prepared, but then I tore it up when I realized I was going to stand in front of an audience and talk on a microphone. I thought there was going to be about 20 of y'all. So I want to tell you a story about our company and a little bit of story about our success, which y'all created. Y'all gave me the success that I am today. We started with the company in 1986 on June 30th. We had 2 people doing service on appliances. Everybody here have a refrigerator? Washer, dryer, range, stove, air conditioner, heater, microwave, service and sales and parts and installation, what have you. So we started with 2 people and 2 people answering the phone. And we since have grown, we got into business. I missed the deadline for Southwestern Bell. That came, I think it was June 10th. I came into business June 30th. So the first year I did without Southwestern Bell. By the end of that year I had 4 employees, or four people on the road, and I had 2 girls answering the phone still. When I went into business in 1987, June or September, the book came out, I grew to 18 trucks on the road. 18 trucks on the road was a lot of trucks. Had about 25 employees. That was last year, a year ago. Then we came to this year and we doubled our advertising. We doubled our advertising and we have 45 employees. We have 24 trucks on the road. We have 2 stores because of this. We opened up a second store, a parts and sales location. We're the 2nd largest Maytag dealer in San Antonio. We are the 2nd largest General Electric dealer in San Antonio. And a business just 2 years old. We started as a service organization. We didn't start as sales. And we started with the idea that eventually we could go into sales. Well, when our first 20 customers, the first week we were in business, the first 20 customers came in and asked for a refrigerator. Well, I didn't have any refrigerators on my floor, so I had to tell them to go to Highland. Well, I don't want to tell you about Highlands, because they don't have a service department, and they don't have a parts department, so they can't be a best service department. So you wouldn't want to buy a refrigerator there. Eventually we had a sales department, and we started carrying the General Electric product, which I'm proud to say that we carry and service and have parts for all General Electric products. Also, the Maytag product that we have, we are, like I said, the 2nd largest Maytag dealer. In fact, on the front of the phone book with Bob Dreher, he helped me get right on the front page of the phone book with a little sticker that I gave a commitment. We're going to give away $12,000 worth of Maytags for a couple of Maytag shopping sprees once we get done building. Speaking of building, we started with 3,400 square feet. 3,400 square feet. Well, when we had the sales department, we realized we had to add another sales department because pretty soon I had sales here. I had 10 refrigerators, and I had to have 20, and I had 25, and I had to have 100. Pretty soon, I've got 10,000 square feet in the same shopping center that I started with 3,000 square feet. I'm just growing and growing. It's just all because of the Southwestern Bell phone book. I started with a half page in every classification, except for water heaters and disposals. That's a half page in 8 or 9 classifications, Bob? 8 or 9 classifications, half page in every place, plus bold listings and QCs? What's all the listings? Bold listings and those little boxes, what do they call them? Those bold listings, little boxes. Well, this year we did something different. We had the computer available to us. We established a logo with that computer compartment that Bob helped us with. And so we established a logo in the computer department. That's, who is it, David somebody? David, somebody or another, he helped us with establishing a logo. So now we have a little bit of a different logo, and it's on the back page. We have a full back page of coupons. I'll tell you that when people call me, all y'all have called me at least once or twice, I think, trying to sell me Southwestern Bell phone advertising. Y'all say, well, I want a bold listing, and I want to help you get your new bold listing in. And I say, well, where do you want to start? I've got so many bold listings, I really don't know where to start. How about let's just start in air conditioning or appliances? Or why don't you make a trip over, because it's going to take 4 hours to tell you where all the bold listings are. And they say, well, I don't understand. I said, well, I've got just more than one. It's a half page here, it's a quarter page here, it's a full page here. So we're it's just lovely to hear from y'all. Lovely to be up here. Lovely to tell you the story of how we're growing. One of the other things that we're growing with is, well, we went into plumbing division this year. I didn't have a plumbing division when we started, and we put a full page in the plumbing department. I had one plumber start, and when the book came out, we had to hire 4 more, and had to get 4 more trucks. I just can't tell you that all of a sudden I'm in the plumbing division, and I don't know anything about plumbing. I mean, but I got a master plumber, you know, he knows, and I've got a general manager, and he knows about plumbing, so I got to let him handle it. I tell you that just being there, just changing that ad from a bold listing to a dollar bill size, or a quarter page, or a THC, just changing to a half page, or a half page in 3 different sections, will make a business start and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And you know, I'm not the story of Henry Cisneros. I don't have any domes to build yet. But we are going to business in Corpus Christi. Anybody that's an appliance serviceman, you just follow me. We're going to go into business. It's going to be a booming city in about 1.5 years. Pay attention, we're going. And then every city in the United States, we plan to be there. We are growing, and it's just growing so much where wherever Southwestern Bell is, we'll be. And I know that y'all make it happen. There's a lot of things that I'd like to say, but I will tell you that after spending $250,000 in Southwestern Bell phone book, I did get a pen. And Bob said he'd give me a cup. I really don't know what to say. I just am flabbergasted. I don't know anybody with a pen. That's great. You know, that's great. You know, I'm the only one on my block with the Southwestern Bell pen and a cup too. Well, anyway, y'all are helping us grow, and as we grow, as the city grows, then we grow. And you know, it's funny that every business person that comes to see me to try to sell me something, the insurance people, the lawyers, the people like that, they're always telling me, well, every time I walk in, you're building a new place, you're building a new office, or you're adding on the sales floor, you're building the parts department, or you're opening up a new place, or you're buying more trucks. Or he said, I can't believe it. Every other business, you're the exception to the rule. Well, the only thing I have to say to that is, if you continue to advertise as large as you want to be, Southwestern Bell will put you there. If you are bold enough to get off of that bold line and to get your customer out of the back of the phone book and put them in the front where they need to be, the biggest in the heading, you can take a man that's not in business and put him there by just being there. He doesn't even have to know the trade. He'll be having phone ring. Well, I'm going to try to turn the floor over to the rest of the people. I just want to tell you that Southwestern Bell works. It works for me every day. You know, the suit I'm wearing, the house I just bought, the car I just bought, it's all because of Southwestern Bell. I tried it in different mediums, believe me. This one works, for sure, every day. My phone rings 24 hours a day. Anybody that's been in my business will come into my building, And the phone will be ringing at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. At 1 o'clock at night, we're still answering the phones. We're still answering the phones at 1. Well, have y'all, who doesn't have an air conditioner here? Who does? Okay, at 1 o'clock at night, it's 105 degrees outside. You open the phone because it's 105 in your house. Your air conditioner's broke. Aren't you going to call me? It says immediate service. I'm right there, front page. You're going to call. You're going to call. And you're going to hope that somebody answers the phone because your wife's going to be on your case. You hope, you know, because you should have done it yesterday, but now it's 105. You didn't do it. But all right, so you call. We're there answering the phone 24 hours a day. And when we answer the phone, because the phone, you know the phone's going to ring because you're in the Southwestern Bell book. You know the phone's going to ring. You answer the phone. You send a serviceman out. You collect a pretty good dollar. You get what you pay for, you know. Collect a pretty good dollar. The air conditioner's fixed. The customer's happy. You're happy. You get to go home to your wife. You get to buy a new car, bigger house. But when you answer the phone, when you put your ad in the phone book, when you're up front in every classification, you can't help but win. Because this is the medium, what works, period. You don't have to know anything else. All you have to know is what works. This works. This works. Well, I could stay here all day and tell you all kinds of things about how to not only be half pages, but make sure your customer gets you a bold listing which says, see this advertisement page, whatever it is this year, or get you a dealer listing a 4HS or a 2HS. Get your dealers to get your dealers to put their 2HS with a half page. With a half page, you know, and with this computer that you got, and some of y'all aren't using it. Say, well, I don't know anything about a computer. With this computer you got, you can design an ad before you ever call the customer. Knock on his door and say, God, you know, I've got a success story for you to listen to. Do you know you could be first in the pest control industry? How? Well, all you have to do is put this full page here. Well, but I'm only a bold listing. Well, listen, bold listing or not, you could be first. Don't you want a bigger house? Yeah. Don't you, you know, for every customer that's advertising in your book, those little, what do they call those little box ones in the back of the phone book, all the little ad copy? What's that called? 1HS, or those people that are advertising 1HS that are all the way in the back. They really want to be making more money. They really want to be, and they're begging you. What? How do I make more money? And you say, well, you got to get up front, and their asshole draws up like this tight, you know. And you say, well, all you need is like a half page, you know, and you can hear it sucking the seat, you know. But you build a dream for them, because if you put them up front, that's your success story and theirs. That really is. That's your success story and theirs if you put them up front. Because it doesn't just make me successful. People that let it happen, like Bob Dreer. Incidentally, I really want to, I got to interrupt you. I was expecting one of y'all to be a sales rep and make a whole bunch of money off of me this year. I really was. I mean, with full pages here, half pages there, half pages doubled half pages in every category. I really wanted, you know, one of y'all to make a little bit of this. And I said, well, Bob, you know, I really want sales rep. He said, no, I'm sorry. If anybody's going to make mistakes, it's going to be me. So he had to make the mistakes. So, Bob, thanks. But if you can build a dream for your customer, get them out of the back of the book, put them up front, put them bigger. Put them bigger. Make it bigger. If there's nobody there, make them there. I think there's a bonus that if there's nobody there, you get half price. How can you beat that? How can you beat that? You can't beat that. Somebody's in the back of the book. I was looking in the Houston phone book. There's 8 full pages in the auto dealers. We don't have 1 full page. You know, y'all may want to. I don't know. Y'all may be interested in going to auto dealers and getting somebody to put full pages. Houston has 8 full pages. You know, attorneys has 15 full pages. God almighty. Pest control, well, pest control, there are 3 full pages in Houston. I think with the plumbing, incidentally, y'all have done a great job. There's 8 full-page plumbings this year in the San Antonio phone book. There is only 8 full-page ads in the Houston phone book. Y'all are beating Houston's pants off. That's what I had written down here in this thing, and I was gonna come in here and tell you how to do it, but I guess y'all know. Somebody's been building that phone book. It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And as it gets bigger, y'all's success story increases. I guess you're kind of like my guys. I guess you're on commission. Sometimes, some of you are on commission. Some of you are nice guys and managers. Whether you make money or not, you know you make money. But get the guy in the front of the book, increase his size, because if you increase his size, you increase your pocketbook. You increase his pocketbook, and he's going to thank you. He'll forever be your friend. There's a guy named Jim sitting in the back of the phone book, which he started a guy I know, my father. A guy called A-ABC Appliance. Some of y'all heard his success story. He started a guy in Houston with a few pages, and he said, well, first problem is that you can't go in under A-ABC Appliance because you can't get A-anything in San Antonio, you know, in Houston. He said, you can't do it. But he said, well, I need your help, and we're going to put this advertising together, and we're going to go in business right here and now. And by God, ABC Appliance, A-ABC Appliance in Houston, now has 150 trucks. Incidentally, they went into business in '72. They have 150 trucks. They have 7 stores. They have, I think it's like 14 or 15 managers. It's going crazy, all by advertising in the Southwestern Bell phone book. By adding and increasing the size of the ad. And it's just a success story that everywhere you go, if you watch the size of the ad, it will be directly proportionate to the amount of business they will do and the amount of success, personal success that you will have. So go in there, don't be afraid. Go in there and don't be afraid and say to the customer, well, how about a half page this year? Because I got a success story and tell them to call me, and I will answer the phone call, and I will tell them how successful, and it just works. That's all I got to say.
Great. I'd like to ask Mr. Moore to come up, please, and make a special presentation.
I had the opportunity to meet Mike last year. It seemed like every time I'd go down to into the sales area, there would be Mike standing at the door of the computer room. I mean, every time. And he'd be looking at that computer and putting out those ads and all this. And Mike is, you know, awfully nice guy. Isn't he great? I mean, have you ever heard a presentation like that? I couldn't have written anything better than that. But Mike's also about as subtle as an anvil. Okay? And I'm running around there and he says, "You got any pens?" And I said, "Yeah, you know, I had one." And he said, "No," he said, "for me, I want gold." And I mean, we looked all over the place. We did not find one popper gold. Now, we had all the black ones, okay? You know, the New Deal, you know, black, you know. No, gold. He's got a black one. He now has a gold one.
Y'all have done a great job this year. I'm really impressed with the quality of the phone book. I'm really impressed with everything that y'all done. Because I'm just 25 or 30 pages in there, no big deal. I closed 1,014 pages that y'all put together without me, and I really don't know how you did it. But